everybody, Sean from Movie Assault here, and this is an intro. This video is part of my series Second Chance Reviews, and this is just where I'm going to be taking a look at movies that I watched in the past and that I've reviewed in the past and compare what I thought back then to what I think now. There may be spoilers, so be prepared. Okay, welcome to my first Second Chance review, and for this first introductory review, I wanted to take a look at 1997's Event Horizon. This stars Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill. Also stars Kathleen Quinlan and Joely Richardson, Sean Pertwee, and was directed by Paul Anderson, who has since been credited as Paul W.S. Anderson. He's directed things like Alien vs. Predator, Soldier, Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat. I've had sort of a love-hate relationship with some of his films, which I think started with this one. It was written by Philip Eisner, who wrote a movie called The Mutant Chronicles, which I've not seen. He only has 4 other credits to his name besides Event Horizon, so he hasn't really been in a lot of demand. Going back to my original review of Event Horizon, I said that instead of using the tagline, infinite space, infinite terror, it should have used the tagline, infinite running time, infinite boredom. I praised Lawrence Fishburne's performance as the commanding officer in the film. I said that it was really good, but it really didn't differentiate itself between countless other starship commanding hardasses that we've seen in other science fiction films. I said that Sam Neill was his usual smirky self, and that the film doesn't make us feel anything for his character. And I said the special effects were spotty, and that they were good in some scenes and horrid in others. And I summed up my review in 1998 by saying that Event Horizon was a mess of a film, and I gave it a 2 out of 10. Well, 19 years later, I definitely have a different opinion of the movie. Some of those comments still hold true, but overall, my opinion has vastly improved about Event Horizon. First of all, I didn't find the movie boring at all. If anything, I thought it was kind of gripping, at least until the end, and I'll get to that. I think it set up the situation that it was trying to portray very well. It introduces the characters in a satisfactory manner and then sets all the pieces in motion so you understand what's going on. At no point was I bored watching this film in 2026. I did think Lawrence Fishburne's performance was worth noting, and I appreciated the fact that his character tried to stay calm and reserved and in control as the situation deteriorates around him. And as an actor, he seemed the most invested in his character. Sam Neill, I didn't find him smirky at all. I think his character actually suffered from a lack of development script-wise. I think that either something was edited out or just wasn't developed that would make us believe the transition. He goes from being sort of the innocent, I just want to know what happened, to the film's personification of evil, basically. I think that transition was kind of abrupt and kind of unearned. So I can't really fault Sam Neill for that. He did the best he could with what he had, and I don't know where I got the smirky thing from. I've never really thought that since, so I don't know why I wrote that back then. The special effects are, in fact, spotty. The computer-generated special effects that they use, the CGI, for a lot of the zero-gravity stuff, it doesn't hold up very well. You can tell that it's early CGI. Some of the composite shots for the externals on the spaceships look exactly like what they are, which is models superimposed on other backgrounds. I don't think that they did any CGI for the spaceships in this movie. I think they did all miniatures, but I could be wrong. But either way, they still don't hold up. But other things look great. The practical effects in this movie are really cool, and I thought the set design was really impressive. I liked the that Event Horizon, the ship, sort of had this futuristic Iron Age medieval dungeon type look to it that gave the ship some character, kind of an ominous character all its own, which it definitely deserves in the movie because it's sort of a character of its own. I think where the movie falters the most is at the end. It feels kind of rushed. And despite my original complaint about the running time, infinite running time, infinite boredom, I think this movie actually, now I believe that this movie would have benefited from a little bit longer of a running time. I think that the story could be fleshed out a little bit, or at least the character of Weir, who's played by Sam Neill, could have been fleshed out a little bit, so that, like I said, that transition would have helped. It would have felt more natural or more earned. I just think that there's sort of a switch that's flipped sort of 2/3 through the way of this movie, and you're asked to swallow something that doesn't go down real easy. But otherwise, I think Event Horizon is an effectively creepy movie. I think it fumbles the ball with the end. It's got kind of a rushed conclusion and some deficiencies in the script. Is it a classic? No. But I do think it's much better than I said it was, and I think it's earned 4.5 points to the score that I gave it back in 1998. So I'm going to give a revised review a 6.5 out of 10, and I'm glad I gave it another shot. I'd watch it again, and I don't know if my opinion would improve again, but I do think I sold it short the first time and didn't give it the attention or the love that it deserves. So Event Horizon now stands at a 6.5 out of 10, thanks to my second chance review. Stay tuned for the next one, which will be next week. Will be another movie from the 90s, and I'm not sure which one I'll pick to watch next week, but it's going to be one of the remaining 3 that I've already chosen. So thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I appreciate your attention span, and let me know if you like this kind of thing or if it's not your bag. Either way, leave a comment on the video and let me know what you thought. So thanks for watching. Take it easy.